past couple of days, the military has increased its offensive against bandits in the northwest and northeast following the targeted attacks against family members of politicians and elites. Recently, governors in the northwest, particularly the governor of Zamfara State, Bello Matawalle, have taken some drastic measures, including the shutting down of mobile communications infrastructure, cancelling market days, banning the sale of petrol in cans, and prohibition phone charging spots. These drastic measures coincided with the increase in attacks on the elites as some of the bandits became emboldened and operated in metropolitan areas including the Nigeria Defense Academy (NDA). To underscore the recent impact of the new dimension of insecurity, President Muhammadu Buhari gave a new directive to the Chief of Defense Staff, Service Chiefs, Inspector General of Police and other security forces. This saw an increased ground and air offensive by the Nigerian military, leaving scores of bandits fleeing their hideouts in their hundreds. In the light of the recent onslaught, the governor of Zamfara State has begun to speak tough against the bandits, saying his administration was not ready to negotiate with criminals. In this report, Daily Post take a look at the increase in the targets against prominent people and the latest onslaught by the government. Here is a timeline of notable politicians and their relatives who have either been killed or kidnapped. 1st of July, Zamfara lawmaker killed. On the 1st of July, shortly after attending the defection rally of Governor Matawalle, a member of the Zamfara State House of Assembly, Mohammed Ahmed, was killed in Katsina State while he was taking his son to Kano to board a flight to Sudan. The lawmaker, a few hours before his tragic end, attended the defection of his governor from the PDP to the All Progressives Congress (APC). His son was fortunate to only sustain minor injuries and did not die from the attack. 15th of July, gunmen killed Major General Ahmed Hassan. Major General Hassan, a former provost marshal of the Nigeria Army, was killed along the Lokoja-Abuja road while returning from Okene. The dreadful road has been a major hotspot for abductions over the years. Despite being a major road connecting the north to the south, the road has become one of the most dreaded in the country. In August, suspected bandits attacked the village of the Zamfara State House of Assembly Speaker Nasa Magaya and abducted his father, stepmother and 5 others in the village. According to reports, the village was invaded by armed men around 4 p.m. On the 29th of August, Senator Nala's son killed. Captain Abdulkarim Nala, the son of the former deputy leader of the Senate, Bala Nala, was killed in his home in Kaduna State. The young pilot was strangulated in his home in Kaduna Metropolis, while the men who killed him also stole his car. Over the past month, several traditional rulers have been abducted by the bandits across the northern region, a remarkable shift from the usual mass abductions of ordinary Nigerians. 5th of September, bandits kidnapped Katsina's lawmaker's wife and children. Daily Post had reported the abduction of the wife and children of Ibrahim Kurami, a Katsina lawmaker, by bandits. According to the report, the suspected bandits stormed the compound of the lawmaker in Kurami, Bakori local government in Katsina State, and on the 6th of September, the about-to-wed sister of Katsina Deputy Speaker was abducted. The tragedy of abduction, which has become a daily occurrence in the north, also struck at the home of Katsina State House of Assembly Speaker Shehu Tafoki, when gunmen reportedly attempted to abduct his father. However, the vigilante in the community repelled the attack. Unfortunately, according to reports, the younger sister of the lawmaker, who was about to get married, was kidnapped. Gumi opposes new offensive. However, controversial cleric Sheikh Ahmad Gumi has opposed this new offensive against the bandits, calling for dialogue with the armed group. The cleric even compared the groups to the EndSARS movement. He stated this in a post on a Facebook page last week. In the message titled Zamfara, the flaring of crisis, Gumi argued that this conflict can be resolved by active engagement with the agitators, just as we saw how ENSA's agitation was swiftly managed after an initial scandalous failed military confrontation was peacefully resolved by the government. Likewise, the X-Men crisis can be. An ex-DSS officer who spoke with Daily Post on conditions of anonymity said the change in tactics could be as a result of logistics. Mass abduction of hundreds of students involves serious logistics in terms of moving and feeding them, whereas when you kidnap a single individual whom you are sure of their family's wealth, getting ransom is much easier. Mass abduction will get publicity and the government could grandstand by refusing to concede due to the public impact of paying the ransom, but a single family will pay to get their family members back. When do massive abduction, you are picking a battle with the government, but when it involves an individual, it is easier. The evolution could be then learning, or maybe it is an issue of different groups with different standard operating procedures. While some of them politicians go about with security escorts to their villages, the question is what of their families? What is glaring is that insurgents in the northwest appear to be different from the ones in the northeast. The bandits appear to be interested in making money, not fighters like Boko Haram and ISWAP. As it stands, Nigerians on social media appears to be thrilled at the new dimension of the fight against the insurgents. You can imagine Gumi trying to tell us that the way ENSAS was tackled. Was ENSAS tackled with engagement, or what do we call it? Dialogue? So why is Gumi saying that they should not go after them? I'm not even impressed with what the Nigerian army or the federal government is doing right now, because this is what they ought to have done from the beginning. Because the same people in the southeast, they don't even negotiate with them. They don't even say, oh, we are appealing, we are saying, okay, do this and that. No. So what is good for the goose is good for the gander. So this idea of trying to say that, oh yes, why is it that they are going after them? Or now again, the reason why they are more serious about it, because it's affecting them as well. So because it is now affecting the elites and the top politicians, they want to give it a good fight. But if it's happening to commoners, they will tell you, oh, they are watching them. They will not gather intelligence reports as regards to that. Well, so it had to take the attacks on NDA, elites and politicians to galvanize the army to pound heavier artillery on bandits. Well, in that case, thank God the bandits went for them, since the lives of the poor means nothing to them. Buhari and APC were the ones that brought these foreigners to fight Nigerians if he did not win in 2015. Now they have refused to go back and are killing us. Okay, can you prove this for me? One of their persons has said it, Bareje said it, and until today, this presidency has not replied, unlike their usual way of quickly responding to all these allegations. The UN also said they are paying these bandits, the terrorists, the Boko Haram. Have you heard them say anything? You are saying you want proof. Really? So what were they waiting for all this while? Why is it that it has to take this long before they are now doing what they are doing? And you want proof again? Stay there and be looking for proof.